hoy vamos a hablar sobre comparativos y superlativos. Es un poco de repaso de español 1. So, vamos a empezar con comparisons of inequality. Lo siento, more or less. El formulario, the formula is más o menos. And then we have el adjetivo, el adverbio, or sustantivo. And then we have que. In this situation, que significa than and not that. So more than, less than. Un ejemplo con un adjetivo. Ellas son más graciosas que Juan. In English, they are funnier than Juan. In this situation, you have to remember graciosas es un adjetivo. So graciosas is the adjective, so you have to find the noun that it's agreeing with, which is ellas. Con un adverbio, escribiste una carta menos frecuentemente que Elena. Y con un sustantivo, nosotros recibimos más dinero que ustedes. So we received more money than you all. Comparisons of inequality as well. If you don't have anything in between it, which is fine, you would just have a verb. Ellos estudiarán más que tú. They will study more than you. Por ejemplo, hago ejercicios menos que mi esposo. I exercise less than my husband. So you don't need an adjective, adverb, or noun. But if you have one, it has to go in between the más and the que, or the menos and the que right here. If not, you just leave that blank. Okay. Muy importante. This is super importante. Okay, va a estar en el examen. Before a number, more or less than is expressed with de and not que. So if you have a number right here, you would use de and not que with the number. Okay? Super importante. Irregular comparatives of inequality do not use más or menos with these. So here we have some irregularities. So the adjective is bueno, which is good, but the comparative is mejor. You would not say más bueno. You would just say mejor. Malo. You would not say más malo. You would say peor. Por ejemplo, poco, you would say menos. Viejo, you would say mayor. Y menor, you would say joven. So please write these down as well. So, un ejemplo, Dairy Queen es mejor que Baskin Robbins. You wouldn't say Dairy Queen es más mejor. You would just get rid of the más and you would just use mejor. Or you wouldn't say más bueno tampoco. Okay, you would say mejor. Juana es mayor que Julián, por ejemplo. Comparisons of equality. This is a little bit more complicated because the tan right here will change depending on what we have in the middle. Okay, so tan como, as, these are comparisons of equality, would be used if you're describing an adjective or an adverb. Por ejemplo, la gorra es tan amarilla como el sol. The baseball hat is as yellow as the sun, rather than saying the baseball hat is more yellow than the sun. Amarilla va con la gorra. Y tenemos, yo no canto tan bien como Mariah Carey. Okay? Bien is the adverb, which is talking about how you sing. So with an adjective or an adverb, it's tan. Now with a noun, then it changes to tanto or tanta, or making it plural. It agrees with the noun. It's basically being used as an adjective there. Vosotros tenéis tantas plumas como Luisa. Luisa needs to have a period there. Okay? So tenemos plumas, so it's tantas. Okay? And then tanto como. So we have tan como with adjectives and adverbs. Tanto or tantas with nouns. Tanto como when you don't have anything in between it. You have the verb at the beginning, as much as, which equals as much as. So it's tenemos tanto como usted. We have as much as you. Okay, para repasar, tan. Tan como se usa con adjetivos y adverbios. Tanto, tanta, tantos or tantas, como has to agree with the nouns. And then tanto como is as much as. There's nothing in between. So we have tan Okay, tantos, tantas, usually it's plural, and then tanto como. Okay, superlativos. The superlatives. Here is the general formula for superlatives. This is something new. It's very important, and this is the general rule. There are some exceptions to it. So I'm going to give you an example. With a superlative, you are trying to say the most or the least. You're not comparing two things. You're trying to say it's the best, it's the worst. You're not trying to say something is better than something else or something is equal. So in this situation, it is the smallest car of the company. So, es el coche más pequeño de la compañía. So, you always have to have the in there. So that's the first thing, the article. It is the, and then a lot of the times after that you'll have the noun, okay? And then you have más or menos. Then you have your adjective. And then if you wanted, you could talk about the specific group. Es el coche más pequeño de la compañía. Pequeño is an adjective, so you have to also make sure it agrees with coche. If you didn't want to have coche, you can just say es el más pequeño. It is the smallest. And the, though, is agreeing with the car. And then if you want de la compañía. Here's another example. Ellas son las chicas más simpáticas de la escuela. They are the nicest girls in the school. You have to have the article here. Okay, they are the, and then girls nicest is the way it translates directly. Okay, so you would have the article, then the noun, then más or menos, unless you have some irregulars. Then you have the adjective, and then the group. Okay, ellas son las más simpáticas. They are the nicest. If you don't want to say girls again, okay, then you could just have the article there. Remember, simpáticas goes with who we're talking about, which we're talking about the girls. Okay, irregular superlatives. On the top, okay, again, the irregular superlatives, here I wrote the comparative form, which is the same as the superlative form. I guess I could write. Okay, is we have, instead of saying bien, we would say mejor. Instead of saying mal, we would say peor, and again with mayor and menor. Now these can also be singular or plural depending on who you're talking about. Now the next thing that I have here, okay, sorry about the drawing. These go before the noun. So mejor, peor, mayor, and menor go before the noun. Es el mejor lugar para visitar. If you look at the formula on the back, it was basically article, noun, then más or menos plus, the adjective. In this situation, we're going to have it before the noun. It's the best place to visit. If we do not have a noun, the second one, this one's really important. If we do not have a noun, then we use the neuter lo. Correr es lo mejor para el cuerpo. So running is the best for the body. In this situation, we don't have a noun to make the agree with, so we'd use a neuter. And the last thing that I wanted to say right here is make sure that you have a noun to link your superlative back to. For example here, Argentina es el más bonito. Okay? Well, in this situation, when you're talking, I'm not sure what's the noun? Argentina is the most beautiful. Okay? So here we're talking about bonita es Argentina, but what's the L for? Is it for país? Is it for lugar? So you can't really see at the bottom here, but this one says Argentina es el país más bonito de todos los países. In this situation, we know that the el is talking about the país. So you need to have país there, or specify it in the day here. Okay, if you don't have país, Argentina es el más bonito de todos los países, we know that you're talking about the country. Para practicar, okay. Para mañana la tarea es solamente Haz oraciones para comparar el restaurante nuevo La Casa de López con otro de menor calidad, Taco Bell. Y tenemos un modelo. La Casa de López tiene más platos que Taco Bell. So in this situation, you're going to be comparing. La Casa de López is a nicer restaurant than Taco Bell. Okay. This is less quality food, Taco Bell. So you're going to be comparing them using superlative here. You're going to be using menos here. You're going to be using right here a comparison of equality, etc. This is a comparison of inequality, a superlative, etc. Y después de hacerlo tengo las respuestas también. So after doing this, I have the answers on the next slide. Si tienen preguntas, pueden preguntarme mañana y nos vemos mañana.